Welcome back, Windsurfing.TV. The Cape Town Training Diaries Part 3 is coming at you. We're still in Cape Town. We've turned into March, so it's sort of end of the season. And where has everybody gone? I mean, it is quiet on the water. I like it. I mean, even midway through Feb, people were disappearing. And I was kind of thinking, where is everyone going? Well, they're going back to Europe. Yeah, Northern Europe. Why? I have no clue, because you're all sadists, or maybe you've got work to do. That could be the question, but check out some of the conditions we've been getting in Northern Europe. I mean, what have I seen? I've seen the UK and the bubble chambers, yeah. Look, it's snowing. Now, when I was a lad, I did used to break the ice at the side of the lake and go sailing, but I mean, he's a grown man now. He's going sailing in the snow. So the UK is under full snow. I've seen in Holland, I saw Arrianne Aukes and a whole host of other people doing it. Ice windsurfing. I didn't even know that was a thing. Turns out I put a video on Windsurfing.TV the other day, and the emails and the comments and everything I've been getting, it is a thing. It's been going for ages, and I'm so behind the times, but pretty cool video. If you haven't seen that, Arrianne Aukes, ice windsurfing with an old man.
My dad's crashed.
And then up in Scandinavia, I mean, what is going on up there? I heard Sweden. We got Andreas, who we were staying with here. He said they got 3 meters of snow up in Sweden. And I did see some pictures someone sent me from Denmark, someone go and say, I'm thinking, what? You crazy mothers. But there is some sick conditions going on in Europe right now. Like, we're in Cape Town. But if you haven't seen the video from Thomas Traversa over in the Canaries, where have you been? Just check out this thing. Is that not the highest area, or one of the highest areas I've seen go up into orbit? Obviously, he doesn't land it. If he landed that, I think he'd go straight through the board, even with his featherweight. But some of the waves those boys were getting, I think Thomas is over there. Obviously, the local boys are over there. But I've heard West over there, Julian Tabule, Leon Jammer is over there, and they look like they have scored the Canaries. Check out that video. It is on actually Windsurfing.TV or on Thomas Traversa's social media. You've just got to see that video. It's some insane action. Also, the other conditions in the Canaries, I think Tenerife we saw had starboard tack conditions. I had a little email from Colin Whippy Dixon who's over there, and a little bit of video from his room. There's a river running down the street. Yeah, a river running down the street. You're like, man, there is just some crazy weather going on. But there we go. We're going to leave Europe and we're going to leave Big Balls Thomas Traversa. And I should really mention this. If you're out there and you've got a bit of cash to spend and you're an avid windsurfer, you like watching videos, someone chuck Thomas Traversa some cash. We just want to see him go around the world hitting big fat lips, because that's what he does. I don't know how Red Bull haven't signed him up. He is just Red Bull. Well, maybe he's not. Maybe someone else needs to get in there. But I'm going to put it out there. I mean, someone has to step up. Give him a shout. I'm sure you can. But we're going to, like I say, we're going to leave Thomas. We're going to leave Europe. We're going back to Cape Town. And we're going to talk you through a few things that have been happening in the last couple of weeks. Like I say, a lot of the guys are leaving at the moment. So some of this stuff will be from guys who've already left. And I picked up some footage from the Fanatic North team. Fanatic North are now sponsoring Windsurfing.TV for 2018. Yes, Hamburg Sailloft as well. They've come on board. Simmer, Severn, all those brands. You've got to support those brands if you like Windsurfing.TV, because those are the guys that are making this happen. They're chucking in a bit of cash and giving us some room to sort of wiggle, which is all good. So we're going to have some stuff from Fanatic North. But first, I think we're talking about Big Balls and Thomas Traversa. We're going to talk about this guy. Who? What do you mean, who? You don't remember the diaries from last year? Let me refresh your memory. Oh, God. Here he goes. Oh, God. Nice. Oh! Yes, it's Big Balls Ollie, and he's back. Club Vass have homed and tuned him, and he's back in Cape Town, and the boys have been going crazy, and he's up to his old tricks. Yes, he's gonna. Oh! No! How's that double for super spin? Oh my life, yeah. So he's still working on the doubles. He's been throwing down a few pushies as well. Woohoo! Yeah, nice. but they've not always been going well. That's kind of... Oh! Oh!
Oh my!
Jesus. I think that last push, he could have easily been a double. You could see that second rotation coming. Ollie, come on, mate. You've got the big balls trophy from last year. You've got to step it up. Actually, those boys were around here last night for a barbecue, and I think they're off actually tomorrow, so we're not going to see much action now. I do have some videos they dropped off at me, so we might be able to chuck some in, because we've got one more diary after this. Yeah, also with Ollie this year, we've got a new fella on the scene, George, yeah. I only got a few clips of him trying to master the back loop. Not quite going according to plan. You can see not really got control of the board, but somehow he managed to spot this thing. Yeah, it manages to hold on to that. So George has been there and thereabouts hanging out with Ollie and, of course, Jamie Howard, who we're going to talk about now. He's on the Pedalway Tour in the freestyle scene, but he's over here in Cape Town. He's been working on his jumps, and he has been going pretty big. Got some moves, man, just pulling out the plane in push loops or getting that down straight into a backie, so a couple of, you know, jumps on one run. He's obviously got the shifties as we saw last year, and obviously the freestyle moves, got the pascos, he's got all the other moves on the late 90 burner, all this sort of stuff. The guy is definitely getting better and better. Every time I see him, he really is improving, and he will be one to watch again on that Pedalway Tour. He's got to probably get that seeding right. Sometimes you need a bit of luck with the seed and need to come through the double elimination to get that up, but I think we're gonna have to watch him. But he's had some nasty crashes along the way, so don't forget about that. If you're gonna push the level, you're gonna take some big hits on the way. But maybe you remember last year, he is a rocket man, and he didn't disappoint us this year. There's a couple of rockets coming in, but one of the big guns also wanted to get involved with the Rocket Man, and it is Victor Fernandez, vice world champion. I don't know how many times now, 3 is it, something like that along the way. But this guy, if he does a rocket, he does a rocket. Well, what did you expect? What did you expect? Victor Fernandez was in Cape Town. He's actually back now, but we've got some good footage of Victor. He's been playing around in the gnarly shore break, and he's been getting some sick turns. Obviously, the goiters, one-handed goiters. I mean, that's what Victor does. He's had a few crashes along the way. The board seems to be working really well, just fitting in the pocket, but every so often, it doesn't matter how good your board's working, you get it slightly wrong. And I remember seeing a 360. I think we had it in the diaries last week. Wow, it just explodes. And then there was one when he caught the rail and had to like eject over the front.
Every day.
Oh, fuck. But the guy has just got some serious skill. He's got obviously the jumps, the doubles, the backies, one-footed backies, obviously big stall forwards from Victor, and he's really turning on the heat. And I think from what I can see on social media, he's already been to Pozo after he left Cape Town. I think he might even be in Maui now. So he is really meaning business and putting the work in around the globe to sort of keep his overall standing right up there. Does he need any more practice? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure he does. But I did like this, though, the old head throw aerial. It's kind of a move I like, especially the still shot of that throwback air. He had a couple of those nice ones, like I say, late shore break, kind of hit in action. And I think this is definitely rubbing off on Authur Arutkin. Authur Arutkin, obviously the brother of Alessio Arutkin, but he is definitely a name in his own right now. He's been pushing up in the sup worlds. I think he's been up on the podium a few times, and he's been doing absolutely well. But he's windsurfing. He killed me in Tenerife this year. Big frontside 360, but in Cape Town here, head throw aerial. Like I said, it's rubbing off. Victor Fernandez, he's there, but that is a beauty. Check out the style on that. Obviously, some good wave riding as well. He's got good form on the wave. You can just see really nice turns. And check the double. Yes, the jumping is coming. I mean, when you're doing doubles like that, he's still only young. Him and Mark Perret were fighting out in those Pedalway Junior sort of youth championships. And again, he's going to be one to watch. He's super fit because of that supping, so keep your eye on him. But when we're talking about the young guns, we've also got a member of the old guard, Klaas Voget. Daddy Klaas Voget. Well, he isn't given up just yet. He's still got the skills on the water. I saw him hit this late section down south the other day. I mean, just check out the slow-mo on that. Timing-wise, absolute to perfection. So the old boys have still got it. And he also knows when to eject. Yes, that is the perfect time to eject. I think he lands on the lip and goes through. But Klaas Voget, he was here. He's always here. I mean, he's always here for a little bit. I saw him sailing with Alessio Stillrich before Alessio got injured. Obviously, we'll give you an update. Actually, we'll give you an update on the Alessio Stillrich. I spoke to him the other day. He does say, which is sad news, that his year on the PLA Tour this year is done. He's already written it off. It's not going to happen. Obviously, he broke his leg if you didn't see it in the last episode, but he sent us some stuff of he's started rehab again. He's in the pool, you know, just starting to do light stuff on the bike. So really good to see him getting back on, and he's just crossing his fingers he can get back to the same level he was before, which I'm sure he can. He's a young lad, and he's got a very bright future. Just this little bit of a setback. So again, we're wishing Alessio Stillrich, I'm sure he's watching this. He's probably sitting watched a lot of videos this year. So we wish him well, and hopefully he recovers full power. What else have we got? I think I remember seeing, I've got to mention Ricardo Marco. I had a good chat with him at the lake when he was here before he left, and he just started getting this shifted. He was super happy, and I know the feeling of trying to get shifties. They're a nasty move. I took some big hits when I was trying them. And Ricardo, I saw him get one at Big Bay, absolute beaut. So Ricardo Marco, he's pushing again. I'd love to see how these guys get on in the PLA World Tour this year. It's going to be a good tour. We have just heard news that the Morocco PLA event, which would have happened in a couple of weeks, is not going to happen. It was looking really close. They called it off, and then they found some money, but it's not going to happen for the men. But it will happen for the women. So the first event for the women on the PLA Tour will be Morocco, which is in a month's time or something. So that's going to be an exciting start to the tour on starboard tack. A little bit different. It's going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons, I reckon. Also noted, Mark Paré has changed sponsors. I'm only joking. I was filming and thinking, what is he doing carrying Julian Salmon's kit up the beach? I mean, it's a long way from where he was carrying it. And then we had a word with Julian. He did it for a burger. These young kids, they're easily pleased. Yeah, Julian was feeling lazy. He said, if you go get me kit from the beach, I'll buy you a burger. Job done. Job done. So, no, Mark Parry's still on Simmer, and he's still busting out tricks. Julian Salmon still on Severn, and he is busting out tricks. Got some nice wave moves, big hacks. Again, I can't wait to this tour to kick off this year and see how all that training is going to pay off and put them into it. Also, when I was going through the clips, I noticed a few things I missed out. Ricardo Campello's tacker. I like this thing. I've got to put it in. Yeah, I mean, it's just like a proper turn, and then the tack is sort of the end result of a sick turn. So that was cool. Like I say, a lot of these guys have all gone home now. I put a little bit of montage of some clips I found. There's some crashes. There's some late ones when they're coming out from the shore break and letting go the rig. We saw some good stuff at Whitsands the other day on that starboard tack, some big crashes there. So, yeah, that is Cape Town at the moment. I've got a couple of weeks left. I'm going to do some filming. Maybe I'll film some of the locals and try and get involved with all the guys that are still here. There are still, the hardcore are still here. And this time of year, this is when the swell comes through. It's going to be interesting to see if I can get some good stuff before we leave and make one more diary from Cape Town. I did have some bad news because I had some cool stuff lined up, which I filmed on my iPhone for this last section. There was some real funny gold stuff. But unfortunately, my iPhone has been donated to the local criminals. Yeah, I got pickpocketed the other night and lost my phone, so I've had to go and buy a new phone. Absolute disaster. A very expensive night the other night. So, but I have got a phone now again, so I'm back online, which is why this is a little bit delayed, and I'll be bringing you more action. So, no beer money this week. It's more iPhone fun because I do need that thing. It's so good for capturing the sort of golden moments. So, there we go. That is it. Stay tuned. Windsurfing.TV. We're coming back with one more episode from Cape Town. Don't go too far away. Don't forget, subscribe. You have to click on the subscribe button. We want to get subscribers. You can see the other training diaries here. I'll put them here. And if you want to chip in some money to help me get a new iPhone, Awesome beers. We'll take either. I'm going to stick it over here. Don't forget, thumbs up, like. Cheers, people.